Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are taking a look at my little LCP II in 22 LR. I might be a little late to the party. I know they've been out for a little while now. I picked this one up right when they first started hitting shelves, back at the beginning of the year, into last year. I think right at December or January time is when I picked this one up. Price is probably going to vary just from your area and how hard they are to find. I think I paid, it was like $280 plus tax. I think it was right under 300 bucks out the door. So we'll go over this. I got a little bit of shooting footage. I had about 600 rounds down this before I did the shooting just now for the just for something to show on the video. I don't know, maybe I put another 100 rounds through it. So, you know, right around 7. You know, I'm pretty conservative with my estimates, so at least 7 through it, and we'll talk about it and talk about, you know, how it did, what it likes, and see if I can give you some info. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a little shooting here. All right, that is Winchester, just bulk. It's the, you know, cheap crap you can find at Walmart, and just doing some shooting, just trying to, you know, just kind of get some footage, you know, show off the reliability. So far, it's been 100%, guys. Got the Winchester bulk, got the Remington bulk, Federal bulk, Ransom, Browning high velocity, CCI, all kinds of stuff. And everything has run really well so far. Fairly accurate, too. This is some shooting. Most of the shooting is right around 10 yards, which is really not bad for that little pistol. And, you know, doing decent there. Got a good, decent little group in the center. Here in a minute, I'll back up to about 15 and shoot these little 5-inch plates there. So, I mean, just a really great trigger. The sights aren't much, but just a really great trigger. Alright, this is the last of my stingers that I had. And just wanted to show it does run on very well. Didn't have any issues with it. Had a Browning that was just super lightweight, and it struggled with the stingers. Wouldn't go all the way back into battery sometimes, but this one handled them just fine. Now this is actually the Browning high velocity. I had never used it before. It was new on the shelf there at the shop. And that stuff really runs good, has a good grouping. In fact, I used some of that at 15, and it hits more true to aim than the other stuff. It's a little faster. It's around, you know, 14.5 or so out of a rifle. You know, I'm just going off what it says on the box. You know, it's just easier to remember. That's just more, I think that's a mix of Remington and Winchester. I just had a bucket full of random crap. Yeah, cycle's fine, guys. I've had no issues. All right, now this is backed up to 15, 16 yards zoomed in. And, yeah, look at that. This is the just kind of Winchester bulk. I'm holding 12 o'clock on the plate there. So you could tell, you know, it got a little bit of drop out of that short barrel. The next one is same thing, 15 yards. I'm going to move over to the left 5-inch. This is with the Browning, and I was actually holding right on the plate, so, you know, much more true to aim at that distance. It's not bad, though. Not bad at all. I really, you know, wasn't shooting slow or anything. All right, so, of course, step 1, empty magazine. Empty chamber. We're clear. I don't have any ammo with me right now. 3 empty mags. That's it. And that. It only comes with 1 mag. It came with 1 mag, and it came with this little pocket holster thing, which it's not too bad. It has this little texture stuff here to kind of hold it in your pocket. It works okay. That's mainly what I do, is pocket carry this thing. I got a lot of good 22s. I got a 92 FS in 22 that I've got about 4,000 rounds on, right about 4,000, maybe a hair under. I love it. I got a Browning 1911 and 22. Yeah, you know, about 1,000 on that one. That one's awesome. I work at an outdoor mine. That's stupid, they're all outdoors. Open air is what I meant to say. An open air mine. Work a lot of nights. There is a lot of, you know, it's middle of nowhere. There's, you know, bobcats, snakes, skunks, raccoons, all sorts of things that just don't like you. We're not allowed to carry on property. And so I can't get away with, you know, carrying a full size. So I wanted something pocket carry. Like, look at that. Okay. And I'm a pretty big guy. But I mean, like my hand's bigger than this gun. This gun is extremely small. Yeah, when I first started shooting though, I got really, really big hands, right? Especially for this little gun. And the way I was resting my thumb right there, okay? That's right on the slide release, okay? Not good. And so the first couple of mags, it wasn't holding open, right? Because, you know, we'd get to the last round and just go back down because I'm unconsciously pushing down on the slide release. So I realized that pretty quick, and so I tried to readjust. And then what I found myself doing was I was actually hitting up on it while firing. And so I had several times, I don't even feel like I'm really putting that much pressure up. I just kind of got my thumb tight right there. And, you know, got my thumb tight right there, and what it would do is lock back. So I had that happen maybe 3 or 4 times within the first 50 rounds, just because it's such a tiny gun. You have to kind of get used to where you put your hand at. But once I kind of realized, you know, what I was doing, and, you know, learned to avoid it, I've had 0 issues with it. Not a lot to cover, guys. It's about as simple as a pistol as you got. I can go over a breakdown real quick. If you're new to the LCP and you don't know anything about taking it apart, it's super easy. Basically, all you guys, this one pin right here. I found this little thing. No clue where I got it from. It's just a little screwdriver kit, okay? You don't need much. What you want to do is, come on, focus. You just want to push this back a little bit. You want this little pin to be right at the end of that gap. Can you see that? Yeah, that gap right there. You just want that to be right at the beginning of that gap. What you do, of course, you know, once you know it's clear, I just like to loop my finger in the trigger guard, just kind of push forward a little bit. So I get a better angle here. Just take a little screwdriver or something. Sometimes you can do it with your fingernail, but a lot of the new ones are a little stiff. But look at that, just pops right out. That's it. That one pin. You get your little recoil spring here. Got our barrel. Slide. And guys, that's it. That's bolt stripped out of here. All right. So basically, you probably can't see it. Maybe there's a little hole in there. That's where your pin needs to line up. So we're just going to put just the smallest bit of pressure forward. And there's like this little retaining pin right there. Yeah, can you see that little silver piece? Little retaining pin. And you just want to kind of push down under that. You're like, or you want the pin to go over the, you know, the retainer. And then once you get it lined up, just kind of wiggle it, and boom, right there. You'll hear it click in place. I did a lot of shooting at like 15, 20 yards with pocket, you know, a little pocket gun, guys. Like, look at this. Look at that, okay? I mean, I know like a big, you know, big ham hands, right? And then like, I don't mean to, you know, just stutter around on it, but for a gun this small, and it has been perfectly reliable and more than acceptably accurate. Would I recommend this for concealed carry, like, you know, like protection? No, I don't. I can't bring myself to recommend any type of rimfire for that. I think it's a little anemic for, as far as stopping power, and rimfire is just notoriously unreliable. Even as good as this one's been, everybody's like, oh, I don't see anybody lining up to get shot with it. Yeah, that's normal human behavior, right? It's survival instinct. You don't want to get shot with anything. And I've been shot with a 22. It wasn't great, but did it stop me dead in my tracks? And no, I didn't even know what happened at first, right? It took the presence of blood to really process. People mention stopping power. Obviously, placement is everything. The idea behind stopping power is determined attacker. Yes, the majority of people don't want any part of any firearm, okay? Once the firearm's pulled, even before the first shot, most people are out. They're done. I know I am. So I don't care what the argument's about, hey, your Christmas lights are up too long. A gun comes out, I'm done talking. I'm leaving, okay? I don't want any part of that, okay? Stopping power relates to somebody who's not deterred, somebody that's not rational, and their only determination is to cause you harm. Somebody like that, I don't know if that's gonna stop, but it's better than nothing, I guess. If that's the only thing you got, I would rather you have something to fight with than nothing. But there's a lot better options out there. Even the 380 in this size I believe is a better option for self-defense. You still got, I think 6+1 is what those have in them. I don't know. Actually, I like this one so much I might get another 380 for pocket carry. I carry a little snub nose, but get a couple extra rounds. It's actually lighter and a little slimmer than a revolver. So I've been so impressed with this. I might buy another 380. The LCP II seems to be really great so far. Love the trigger. Love the ergonomics. It's really comfortable. I don't like this. I don't know if the 380 version has that safety or not. I'll look into that, but hope you learned something. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment. Had this gun for a little while now. It has been really, really good. And if you got one, I hope you like it. And if you're looking at one, I highly recommend it.